Good morning, students. In the last class, we had discussed about the diffraction through the single slit. In the class, we didn't discuss about the few topics about the diffraction. Today, we are going to discuss about the title. Yes, they are the discussion of first minimum, and second one, frontal distance. These are the very important 2 more questions. First, I am going to recollect few things from the diffraction through the single slit. We look at the diagram. So this is a slit, then this is a screen. Suppose the source of light placed beyond the slit, the light appears the slit, it undergoes diffraction. Because I already told that diffraction is a bending of beam of light. This one makes glass. The end visible arka. இதெல்லாம் அந்த அளவுக்கு தெரியல. கொஞ்சம் பிளக்கா இருக்கு. Okay, listen, students. So the light rays approaches the slit, it undergoes diffraction. You know very well about diffraction. The diffraction means bending of beam of light at the edge of the obstacle, spreading in a geometrical shadow region on the screen. அதாவது லைட் என்ன ஆகும் ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆயிட்டு ஸ்கிரீன் ஃபுல்லா என்ன ஆகுது ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆயிடுது. So in the pattern is the diffraction pattern அப்படினு நம்ம சொல்றோம். சரிங்களா? So this is a diffraction pattern obtained on the screen through the single slit, in which the center is a bright point. On the screen, the light fully spreads. Due to the diffraction, the center, which is equal to the width of the slit, becomes a bright spot. Bright spot means more intensity. And the next, we apply some region as a minimum intensity. It is not a dark spot. It is a minimum intensity which is equal to the half of the intensity of the source. Now in the part of the dark light but here the intensity of the light is equal to the half of the intensity of the source. The next we are again obtain the maximum intensity point, then minimum intensity, then maximum intensity, like this. In which the center point is always appeared as a bright, because of I already told that if any point on the screen like this, a point to be on the screen, maybe a maximum or minimum intensity point is mainly depends on the path difference between the waves. For example, the light from the source meeting at the center on either side of the slit travels an equal distance. So travels an equal distance. Therefore, there is no path difference between the waves. So the center point is always appeared as a bright or the maximum intensity point. So this is a maximum intensity point, minimum intensity, maximum intensity, and the minimum intensity, and so on. In the diffraction pattern, the minimum intensity is not a dark. The minimum intensity point is the intensity which is equal to the half of the intensity of the source. But in interference pattern, we obtain the fringes like this: bright, dark, bright, dark, and so on. So in the interference pattern, we have obtained the bright and dark fringes, but in the diffraction pattern, we obtain the maximum and the minimum intensity fringes only. Okay, now come to the conclusion. What is the condition for obtaining the minimum intensity in the diffraction? and what is the condition for obtaining the maximum intensity in the diffraction pattern. These are all already discussed in the last class. In order to get the minimum intensity, you are going to split the slit into even number of parts. Suppose I am going to split the slit into the half of the slit. So the diffraction produced by the upper part neutralized by the diffraction produced by the lower part. Therefore, the point P may be appeared as a minimum intensity. So this is a condition to obtain the minimum intensity. You are going to divide the slit into even number of parts. So the formula for condition for minimum intensity is A sin theta is equal to lambda by 2. Suppose if you divide the slit into two equal parts, the size of the slit is denoted by A. Suppose if we divide the two equal parts, the length or the space of each part is equal to A by 2. Therefore, the formula changes into A by 2 sin theta equal to lambda by 2. So, this is a condition for first minimum. So, center is a maximum, next first minimum, next first maximum, next second minimum. So, name of the fringes are first one central maximum. So, this is a central maximum. Next this is the first minimum, and the next this is the first maximum, and the next and finally this is second maximum. So the diffraction pattern obtained as like this: first central maximum, next first minimum, next first maximum, next second minimum, then second maximum, and so on. Now I am going to discuss about the discussion on the first minimum. So this is a condition for the first minimum. In order to get the first minimum, the formula is A by 2 sin theta equal to lambda by 2. Suppose in order to get the second minimum, we are going to divide the 4 equal parts. And right, therefore the formula becomes A by 4 sin theta is equal to lambda by 2. So this is the condition for second minimum. Okay, now come to the first minimum. This is the formula for first minimum: A by 2 sin theta equal to lambda by 2. So here 2 get cancelled. So we get A sin theta is equal to lambda, in which sin theta is equal to lambda by A. So this is a very important formula, in which sin theta indicates angular spread of the first minimum. Sin theta means angular spread of the first minimum. It means, so this is the first minimum. Similarly, the bottom side, so this is a central maximum, and this is theta. So this is the maximum end of the first minimum. So the angular spread of the first minimum is spreading from the central maximum to the maximum portion of the first minimum. So this is the angular spread of the first minimum denoted by sin theta. So here sin theta means angular spread of the first minimum, and it is equal to lambda by A. So this is a condition for obtaining the diffraction pattern, in which A is the size of the slit and the lambda is the wavelength of the light used here. Then sin theta is the angular spread of the first minimum. Suppose condition number 1. If the size of the slit A is lesser than wavelength of the light. Suppose we are going to choose the size of the slit is lesser than the wavelength of the light. What will happen in the formula? Sin theta is greater than 1, because in which lambda is a greater, so numerator is a greater, denominator is a smaller, so we get greater than 1. But in trigonometrical conditions, the least value of the trigonometrical function is -1 and the maximum value of the trigonometrical function is +1. But it violates the rule, so it is not possible. It indicates the diffraction pattern does not occur if the size of the slit lesser than the wavelength of the light. So light oda wavelength vida slit oda size kammiya irundha diffraction pattern nadakadhu. Because suppose the size of the slit is lesser than wavelength of the light, we get the result sin theta is greater than 1. It is not possible. So the diffraction is also not possible. Next, condition number 2. Suppose the slit of the size of the slit is equal to the wavelength of the light. Light oda wavelength equal ஆனா என்ன சார் ஆகும்? We get the formula sin theta is equal to, if A is equal to lambda means lambda and A are equal, therefore we get the answer 1. So sin theta is equal to 1 when theta is equal to 90 degrees. So this result indicates the angular spread of the first minimum is obtained at 90th degree. அதாவது இந்த first minimum நமக்கு எங்க கிடைக்கும்? 90 degree ல தான் கிடைக்கும்னு சொல்றேன். So 90 degree means இந்த இடத்துல கிடைக்கும். So we obtain the diffraction pattern as the central brightness spread overall the screen. Screen full-ஆவே brightness அதா இருக்கும். Diffraction pattern நமக்கு கண்டுக்க தெரியாது. Because the first minimum obtained at the 90 degree. Next, condition number 3. Suppose the wavelength, the size of the slit is greater than the wavelength of the light. இப்படி இருந்தா என்ன சார் ஆகும்? Sin theta is equal to, so it indicates numerator is a smaller, denominator is a larger. Therefore, we get the answer lesser than 1. Am I right? Suppose if the size of the slit is 2a, size of the slit is equal to 2a, is equal to 2 times of lambda, we get the answer sin theta is equal to the formula lambda by a. So lambda divided by 2 lambda, we get the answer 1 by 2. Therefore theta is equal to 30 degree, because sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2. So the angular spread of the first minimum is at 30 degree. It indicates the wavelength is lesser than the size of the slit. Suppose 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, up to the maximum times, if A is equal to 10 times of lambda, therefore we get the sin theta is equal to lambda divided by 10 lambda, we get 1 by 10, which is equal to 0.1. So theta is a very smallest one. Suppose the theta is very smallest one, right? The line or the diffracted line falling inside the central maximum. இது வரைக்கும் நமக்கு சென்ட்ரல் மேக்ஸிமம் the angular spread is increases, we are able to obtain the diffraction pattern on the screen. Suppose the angular spread is decreases, for the condition wavelength is very smaller than the size of the slit. Therefore, it decreases the angular spread. Then this angular spread line falling inside the central maximum. So we get the central maximum right fringes only. Among these four conditions, we are going to getting the diffraction pattern. At the two conditions, one is lambda is equal to A. Second one is lambda is greater than, A is greater than lambda. Okay, these are all the conditions for getting the diffraction pattern through the single slit. It is a very important one is the wavelength of the light must be comparable to the size of the slit. Now, slit to the size is equal or greater than the diffraction. But suppose the size of the slit is lesser than the lambda, we cannot able to obtain the diffraction pattern on the screen. Similarly, the size of the slit is very greater than lambda. This condition also, it does not obtain the diffraction pattern. So these are the discussion on first minimum. Next, come to the point. Second important 2 mark question: Fresnel distance. Suppose the size of the slit is very much greater than the wavelength of the light. It gives a minimum angular spread. It means sin theta becomes a very smaller one. So the angular spread of the first minimum falling inside the central maximum. Falling inside the central maximum, it gives a central bright fringes only. So screen la vandu bright ana theriyum, endha oru difference kedaikadu. Enna condition adilla A oda value lambda oda romba adhigama irundha. Shariya? Now I am going to move the screen towards the slit. So slit close up on enna solagum. At the particular distance between the slit and the screen. Suppose I am going to move the screen towards the slit to the particular distance in which this diffracted rays within the size of the slit. It means the diffracted rays are falling inside the central maximum. In the light rays. Therefore, we cannot see the diffracted ray on the screen. You cannot see the diffracted ray on the screen because of the diffracted rays are well within the central bright spot. So we cannot be able to obtain the diffraction pattern up to the distance z from the source to the position of the screen. Beyond this point or beyond this screen, the diffracted ray moves away from the central bright spot. We are going to getting the diffraction pattern of the screen. And on the screen, in the question, the full part of the screen appeared as only the bright spot. Suppose if you move the screen away from this position, the diffraction pattern slightly appear like this. So in the position diffraction kedakum, in the position diffraction kedakadu solra. So you know very well about the diffraction. Diffraction means bending of beam of light at the sharp edges. You know very well about the direction of motion of the ray. It means the light rays. The light rays always travel as a straight line. So this is the concept of ray optics. But these are all the titles comes under the wave optics. At the edges, the light rays are bending. This phenomenon is known as diffraction. So it violates the ray optics. But we didn't obtain the diffraction pattern to the certain distance. So the light rays obeys the ray optics to the certain distance z, and this distance is known as Fresnel distance. அதாவது ஸ்கிரீனை நம்ம இங்க வைக்கிறப்போ டைஃப்ராக்ஷன் கிடைக்கல. It indicates the light obeys the ray optics. Beyond this point, we are going to obtain the diffraction pattern. It indicates the light rays are bends. The light rays are bends. It produces a wave optics, or it produces, or it moves as a waves. So beyond this distance, the light rays obeys the ray optics. Sorry, below this distance, beyond this distance, the light obeys the wave optics. So this is wave optics, and this is ray optics. So the Fresnel distance is the minimum distance from the source to the position of the screen. To the position of the screen, the light obeys the ray optics. Beyond the position of the screen, the light does not obey the ray optics. Then beyond the screen, wave optics plays a major role. Okay, so now come to the point of Fresnel distance. Look the diagram. From the first minimum condition, this is a theta, or the angle spread of the first minimum. In the bottom side, this is also equal to theta. Then the total angle is 2 theta. Then this length is equal to size of the slit A. The condition from the first minimum, a by 2 sin theta is equal to lambda by 2. From this equation, we get a sin theta is equal to lambda. For the small angle, sin theta is approximately equal to theta. Therefore, from this equation, a theta is equal to lambda. Then theta is equal to lambda by a. Equation number 1. Now consider this triangle, an angle spread of the first minimum, in which the total angle is 2 theta. Then this is opposite side. It is equal to the size of the slit A. And the hypotenuse side is equal to Z, and it is known as Fresnel distance. For the smaller angle, this angular spread is minimum, and the hypotenuse side becomes equal to the adjacent side. For the smaller angular portion, angular spread is minimum, the hypotenuse side becomes equal to the adjacent side. Therefore, once again sin theta, the total angle is 2 theta. Therefore, sin 2 theta is equal to the opposite side is A, divided by hypotenuse side. For smaller angle, the hypotenuse side becomes equal to the adjacent side. Therefore, A by Z. Once again, for the smallest angle condition, sin 2 theta is approximately equal to 2 theta. Is equal to A by Z. From this equation, theta is equal to A by 2Z. Now compare the equations 1 and 2. Theta is equal to lambda by A, theta is equal to A by 2Z. So equate both equations. Lambda by A is equal to A by 2Z. From this equation, 2Z is equal to A squared by lambda. Then Z is equal to A squared divided by 2 lambda. So this is a formula for Fresnel distance. So Z is equal to A squared by 2 lambda is a condition for obtaining the ray optics. Beyond this distance, we are going to getting the diffraction pattern. So this is the minimum distance. It's also known as a Fresnel distance, below which the light rays obeys a ray optics, beyond this distance, the light rays does not obey the ray optics. Okay, students, are you clear about the discussion on first minimum and frontal distance? Okay, next slide, Polama. Now we are going to compare the diffraction and interference. It's a very important 3-mark question. Write the difference between the interference fringes and the diffraction fringes. Okay, come to the point. Interference fringes takes place due to the superposition of the two waves. In this interference pattern, the two waves undergoes superposition principle, produces the fringes like this. அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல ரெண்டு லைட் ரேஸ் யூஸ் ஆகுது. சரிங்களா, இன்டர்ஃபரன்ஸ் நடக்குது அப்படினா. But in diffraction only the one light. It means we are using the single slit to obtain the diffraction pattern. So in interference, superposition of the two waves plays a major role. But in diffraction, bending of light rays plays a major role. So in order to get the fringes on the screen due to the diffraction and the interference, in diffraction, bending of beam of light produces fringes. But in interference, superposition of the two waves produces the fringes. Next, come to the difference between the interference and the diffraction. Look these two diagrams. Find out the difference between these two diagrams. Yes, the first difference is in interference fringes, we are obtaining the bright, dark fringes. So the intensities of the bright fringes are equal. So increase intensity same. So the intensities of the bright fringes are same. So in interference pattern, we are obtaining the bright fringes. But in diffraction, we are getting the maximum intensity, minimum intensity. Maximum intensity, minimum intensity. Okay. So the first point is the intensity of all bright fringes are same in interference. But in diffraction, when the angular spread increases, the intensity of the bright fringes are decreases consistently. அதாவது இங்க brightness அதிகமா இருக்கும், இங்க போறப்ப கம்மியா இருக்கும், இங்க கம்மியா இருக்கும். So intensity என்னவாக டிஃபர் ஆகுது, but here intensity differ ஆகுது. Next, the size of the each fringes are differ in the diffraction. So the center bright fringes is twice the time of the first bright fringes. So இதோட size என்னவா இருக்கு, 2 times ஆகும். But here all the fringes are equally spaced. In interference, all the fringes are equally spaced, but in diffraction, the fringes are not equally spaced. So these are all the difference between the diffraction and the interference fringes. Okay, that's all about the interference and diffraction through the single slit. Next, we are going to discuss about the one important 5-mark question and also the